Hello everybody, my name is Pravus, and welcome back to Going Medieval in our little settlement of Darby Hill, Monteshire. Because that name is just so awesome, and I actually remembered it this time. Alright, so we made some good progress in the last video, constructed up a handful of buildings, usually trying to make them specialized if possible. The inn, of course, being primarily for our residences, plus a dining area, and eventually going to be a kitchen. Small restitutionist shrine, some storage, some tailoring, and some research. Now what we really want is probably some more manpower. I could really use some additional colonists to fill in some more gaps, make sure we are doing some more hauling jobs and so on. But beyond that, research really sounds exceptionally good for me. We could get some decorative structures, and this actually is more beneficial than it would seem, because these wall bookshelves might seem decorative, but really they're production boosts for a lot of your different buildings. This is where we can start getting the specialized rooms. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the decorative structures. And let's remind ourselves, a library requires a basic research table and then 2 wall bookshelves. So right down over here, for example, if we wanted to build a couple of those out. So let's see, is that under miscellaneous? That's wall shields, leisure, production. Where's the things we just got? No, wait, we don't have the wall shields. We look down over here. There it is. Okay, so we want to get the wall bookshelves. 2 of these are what we are shooting for. Place and place. That's 2 wall bookshelves that will get built up. And we're going to get ourselves a nice boost in our research. I don't know how much of the boost is going to be. It just says we get a speed boost. But that's something. And it lets me get my the rest of my research up a little bit faster. So that's worthwhile. Oh, there we go. Okay, now that those are built, we do have the library room. We can see that it increases by 20%. Excellent. All right, so we definitely are going to be getting faster research now. I like it. We can probably do something similar, actually, over here for the tailoring workshop. Let's take a look here. Not those. Workshop. Aha. Okay, so we want to have at least 1 of many of these different facilities, and then 2 wall tool shelves is all that I should need. So we go to decorations over here. That's a deer head, that's pottery, that's decorations. We can make our shrine better. Wall tool shelf. There we go. So let's go ahead and increase the layers, and we can place 1 here and 1 here. And that doesn't take me much in terms of like wood and stuff, but if it greatly increases our production, that's like so unbelievably worth it. I love it. We should do something similar actually over here then with the restitutionist wall decorations. I think we need at least a couple of these. Let's see, rotate you around. What do these even look like? I can't tell very well. I think like this, and then 1 like this. There we go. Place those down, and we should get a shrine set up, which I think just speeds up how quickly they can get a mood benefit. Or they maybe just get higher mood benefits. I'm not sure. Either way, I mean, it's got to be good, and it's cheap. Now let's go ahead and try picking up the brewing technology as well. Not that I think it's like that exciting of a tech. I would think that people can do without ale and beer for a good long while, but I think that actually my characters are starting to get a mood penalty for being very thirsty. So they really want us to get them some sort of alcoholic beverages. That's like a high priority for these people. Not survival, you know, that's not as important. I mean, we could have raiders and stuff that potentially could attack us at any moment, but that's not important. What matters is having plenty of beer to drink. Well, we can go ahead and plant down some barley, let that grow up for a while. And yeah, we can set up a brewing station, yet another big workstation. I am curious. Oh, hello, summer has arrived. I am curious whether I could place the brewing station in the tailoring area and that would still count as a workshop. We should test that. Probably could, and if so, I want 1 really big production building, probably. Summer appeared like a warm blessing, coaxing the settlers to shed their warm clothing. Now was the time to build underground storage to keep food fresh. Ah, yes. Okay, so now we need to consider building a cellar. So temperature is one way that some of your goods can start to decompress. These carrots, for example, are all going to waste because they are simply not being stored anywhere useful. And as the temperature rises, it's only going to get worse. So we need to try building out a cellar. And what I should probably do is go ahead and place, like, let's say, a root cellar or something similar close to the kitchen where I can start storing a lot of my extra food goods. So maybe what we should try to do is mine something out. Now, I haven't tried building a cellar before, so I might do this wrong, but I really hope not. Let's try placing like a mined out section over here. And if we mine all this out and place some stairs, we can place a back door close to the kitchen, and that way they don't have to travel far. If we had planned a little bit further ahead with my structures, I probably could have placed this underneath everything. But as things stand right now, I'm not sure how comfortable I am trying to rip up my building and place a basement after the structure is already built. That seems like a recipe for disaster. Okay, my question earlier about whether I can place multiple types of production facilities in the same room and get the benefit is no, you cannot do that. Okay, so placing the brewing station over here eliminated the benefit of having a workshop for my tailoring station. So you really need to have a separate room for each type of production. That's obviously a lot of extra work, but you know what? Fair enough. Let's see what's this. A hopeful helpmate. Isabel approached with her hand held out and a warm, open smile, keen to learn about Darby Hill Montashire, and only too willing to lend a hand. All she asked was a safe place to call home. Well, she's really good at smithing, and that's kind of it. At least one of those perks is bad. I know that. I think the one on the bottom right is Elf Shot, which means like global work speed is low or something like that. This is pretty terrible, but I mean, I think we're going to go ahead and accept anyway. If nothing else, we will use Isabel, which we'll obviously rename, as a hauler, our pack mule, and on occasion, a really good smith if we want to get some extra weapons. All right, welcome aboard, Isabel. I need to find a new name for you. We're going to name you Natasha, after Natasha Luepke, who is one of my patrons. So a big thank you, Natasha. Welcome aboard. Man, this is turning into quite the female power team. Kind of just an accident, but I mean, as far as I can tell, there's no such thing as any gender differences in the game, and I don't even think that births are technically possible, though I haven't tested that far. On the other hand, I guess by having no men around, we guarantee that we're not going to have any issues with any babies that I have to take care of, so maybe that's a good thing. So what are these perks that Natasha has? Natasha is dainty. She doesn't like dirt, cold, and hardship. Oh, good. And a swigger. Drinks a lot, but makes her work faster, and then, yeah, Elf Shot. Motor function. That's what I was thinking of. Effectively like a global work speed reduction. Not good. Let's see, what else should we do? I've had a lot of food rotting on me lately, which makes sense. We've kind of been overproducing, and it's getting very hot out and such. So maybe we want to go for food preservation as a new technology. Smokehouses would be nice. Let us hang meat and cure it with smoke. Could be good. Yeah, this is really only good if I'm going to be doing a lot of hunting, though, so I'm not sure how important it is. We could go for Research Level 2, which unlocks a better research table. I imagine that's necessary to get the textbooks, which probably is only for this tier of technology and beyond. So maybe not right now. Maybe later that'll be good. Defensive structures, get some better traps, some reinforced doors. I don't even have any iron yet. Brick making, stone cutting, smelting, wooden weaponry. I mean, getting some more bows and stuff isn't a bad idea. And then banners, and then, yeah, armory if we want to get some nice stuff here, too. I think for now, let's go for the preserving of food as a good option. And then beyond that, maybe we start working towards some smelting technology so I'll be able to get some iron. That said, I don't think I've seen any iron on the map up to this point. I've only seen clay and limestone, which would obviously be a rather big problem. I'm going to need some minerals if we want to actually take advantage of all that. What's over here? This is all limestone too. Yeah, loads of limestone sitting around. Not much beyond that. We may have to go mining into some mountains and see if we can strike a vein of material. But nothing is exposed on the outside as far as I can see. Ugh. Let's go ahead and try building up one of those new smokehouses. This is the first time we've had to construct something using clay, and if I need more clay, we have found a few clay pits that I could mine in. Alright, so smoked meat. I think rather than ever using meat to create meals, we'll probably go ahead and make lots of smoked meat. You need 10 raw meat and some fuel for this. Okay, well, as far as what kind of meat, we could smoke human meat? That sounds fun. But no, we're not going to do that. I'd happily burn a load of sticks for fuel, but not my wood. I've got like 1,000 sticks, and I don't have a clue what to do with them. We should be using those for fuel pretty much whenever. Beyond that, yeah, meat. Alright, so we'll pretty much do this forever, whenever there is some raw meat. Can we do some hunting jobs? Maybe. Ugh, I see a wolf over here. I don't like the idea of that. Rabbits are the easiest to shoot. Deer, you can take down, but you need a good shot. If somebody's got really good marksman skill, you can make do with that. Hey, some salt. There's a mineral at least. I think it has been suggested, if we take a look at some of these skills here. No, that's not it. There we go. Animal handling, it says for taming, feeding, training, and hunting animals. But if we go to jobs over here for hunting, it says marksman is the only relevant skill. So I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure how that's supposed to work. Maybe bow skills do play a role, but it certainly says marksman's what matters. Let's follow Solbasur on a hunting run. Bobbing and weaving already, I can see. There we go. All right, it's taking a shot and it's running away. I mean, yeah, you just keep missing and this happens. It's a little annoying. Now, archery shots, I believe you have a better chance to hit and also do critical damage if you have the high ground. So maybe... Oh, there we go. Yep, just simply being on the high ground was enough, it looks like, to give Solbasur a better shot, and now we have a deer carcass, with which I shall chop it on up. And we'll toss it into the smokehouse, and that at least will give me some preserved meat, so it'll last a lot longer. Good, we're going to need that for winter, no doubt about it. Here we go, the meat is being tossed into smoke, and now it has to work on its own. So all we do is toss the ingredients in, and then we have to leave it for a while. Fair enough. Something I have realized, by the way, notice that we have a whole load of chronicles just sort of sitting over here, and I don't have this many research points to spend right now. What's apparently happening is once we fill out a chronicle and gain some technology, we have to hold on to that pile of books. I don't know what happens if you lose them or if they decay. Do you lose a research? Maybe. I don't know. Regardless, I'm going to need much more storage space. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of have a little wing attached to the library. We'll do the research and then just drop off all the chronicles over here. Let's grab the smelting technology since we do have 30 books now. So this opens up the smelting furnace for either clay or limestone. And then, yeah, either iron or gold ingots. Now, again, without a source of iron, how much good is that really going to do for me? I don't really know. Well, one thing I know we can start with is we can gather up some limestone easily enough, simply by placing down, let's say, some mining jobs over here. Though maybe not while there's a wolf prowling around. How about we just go ahead and do something like this instead? You can see that there's about 80 limestone in each of these for me to gather up. Some good limestone deposits there. Sure, seems good enough. And there they go. Look at them both working so very hard, smashing those rocks right on up. Boom, there's some limestone. 52 over there, 42 over there. Not a bad amount of limestone, to be honest, considering we only broke up like 1 square of this stuff. So I could place down a smelting furnace made of limestone like so, and just place that over here, I guess. Now, something I know I'm going to need to do very soon is start putting up some form of defenses. And I don't know what the optimal defense strategy is in this game. I'm assuming some big walls all around is good. Having some ramparts that we can rain death upon them is certainly good. But is this the kind of game where the AI's pathing requires a kill box? Would that be beneficial, or is that a total waste of my time? I don't know. We'll have to experiment with it. The only problem is I don't have a ton of resources with which to experiment, so I am slightly concerned. That said, we are gathering up a fair bit of limestone. Maybe we go ahead and start placing down some limestone walls, you know? Is that deer attacking me? That deer is attacking Solbasur. Hang on. Back it on up. See if you can shoot that thing. All right, I need some help. Can you help stabby stab? There we go. We have stabby stabbed the deer. That guy was aggressive. What is this? A raid. Oh, man, I was just talking about maybe getting attacked. Mindless assassins. They appeared silently, eyes hollow, hair wild, smelling rancid and daubed with blood. Everyone in Darby Hill, Monteshire recognized these pillagers as assailants of the most deadly kind. They were beyond reason, with nothing left to lose, took up arms, making ready. 5 forest bandits have arrived. Oh, man, that is not a lot of time for me to try putting together some sort of defense. Okay, so they're over here, and my base is over this way. I probably should set up some basic ramparts, or maybe not ramparts exactly, but at least some, like, merlons over here, which I think I can use as cover fire to attack people. So I'll go ahead and try for placing at least something kind of like this. And maybe a couple like this over here, just some very basic barricades to make it harder for people to get to me. This all needs to be a top priority. So everything we were doing over here with these limestone walls, yeah, forget that. No longer relevant. Do we just lose the limestone forever by doing this? Oh, it sure looks like you lose the material forever when you do that. Well, that's interesting. Solbasur, since you're my best shot, I'm going to have you equip this longbow. Natasha, we haven't really given you any particular weapon. I'm going to go ahead and set you to range even if your marksman skill is bad, because it's the only weapon I've got available right now. I'll allow any headgear here. We're going to give Iceman some armor. Yep, any armor would be good. I don't think we have any helmets, but I'll let you at least put this on. So we need to get kind of armored up. Iceman's going to have to be my tank. Let's go ahead and equip that. Solbasur, go ahead and equip the better longbow, like so. And let's see if we can't... Oh, fast speed is disabled during a raid. Well, that's even worse. Okay. Solbasur, let's go ahead and... Are they attacking immediately, or they're just going to wander for a minute? They're wandering for at least a minute. I'm going to say that you need to assist primarily with... I can't right-click in order to tell you to do anything. Apparently, I have to right-click on a target to attack. You're not drafted, so I'm not sure why we're acting like I care about that, but... There we go. I can't actually tell Silbasur to do anything else. So where's that longbow? You dropped one here. No, short bow. There it is. Natasha, stop the mining and digging. Go grab me another bow. Every little bit of extra help will count at this point. Iceman's going to go try to build up at least some structures, though I don't think it's going to be enough. These guys don't look like they have a lot of armor, but they all have some weapons, and they've started their attack. Okay, so that's it. We're kind of out of time. We're going to now have to draft you, move you over here, draft you, move you over here. Drew, come over here and defend them with your life if necessary. And you are also going to be doing this. So ideally, Iceman is going to be the first target with the best armor, therefore the easiest to defend, while the other guys, Natasha and Silbasur, all stick over here and hopefully can shoot over the ramparts. Let's see how quickly these guys can arrive. I wish I had time for some stick traps or something. But obviously not. Natasha, get over here. Silbasur, get over here. Drew, come over here just in case they come around the other way. But what we really want to do is keep them off of our marksmen so that they can just keep shooting while we hold them down long enough. Alright, so they're in range. Let's go ahead and take a few shots. Wow, that worked out alright. Not bad, not bad. They can come over the ramparts. Well, that defeats the purpose! Alright, so that's all the more reason why you really need to be getting yourself some, you need to get yourself some walls. Alright, back up with the archers, since they can't really shoot right now. Let's go ahead and back it up. I'm gonna keep kiting with these guys for a minute, while the rest hopefully do some serious damage. Kill Hrothgar and such. Keep backing it up. Okay. Hrothgar is dead, so that's good. Iceman has been stabbed a little bit. Okay, Silbasur, you need to keep running. Natasha, shoot Aiden. See if you can do some damage to that one. There we go, stunned him. All right, now you run while Silbasur does the rest of the job. I have to just kind of let the melee characters do their thing, because I really don't know what else to do with them. I assume if we kill a certain number of raiders, they'll all run away, which would be great. Let's go ahead and start backing it up this way. Okay, making good progress. Killed another one. Sigmund is dead. There we go. Okay, 5 sworn enemies died during the fight. We did survive that. Okay, Iceman was the bravest of the settlers, dealing the most foes to the blow, and also took the most damage. We're gonna have to heal up now. But there we go. Okay, that worked. That worked. We survived that. I'm proud of all 4 of you ladies. Lovely ladies. You beat the snot out of all of them. Look at all the clothes and armor and weapons and stuff we're gonna get. This is awesome. All right, well, the first thing we need to do, of course, is make sure everyone's healed. 3 of you are injured. The good news is, no, never mind. I was going to say Silbasur's fine, but no. Drew is our best doctor. Drew can take care of the rest of them, though, and Drew's not that injured. It's gonna be fine. So yeah, I don't think these ramparts here on the ground do me a lick of good, and we do not want this long term. We are going to have to build some walls. I'll also place some unmarked graves over here. No markings for them. They don't deserve it. We have to get rid of these bodies. They do reduce mood by a rather substantial amount. Drew is over here healing up Iceman. Good, 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 good. So what kind of damage did we take? A pierced cheek and a pierced arm muscle. Not too bad. A dislocated shoulder. Unpleasant. Silbasur's doing just fine and dandy. Where'd the heck Natasha go? Natasha's over here mining again? Natasha is hurt, but not actually sustaining any injuries, so I imagine hit points will continue to go up. Okay, no, that went fine then. All right, let's prioritize dropping off some of these bodies. Looks like it gets filled up pretty quick. There's still, like, scary raid music going on right now, and I don't know if I need to be worried about that. I'm pretty sure no one's actually here. It's just for some reason the music seems to be stuck in a bit of a loop. Maybe once I bury the bodies, they'll be like, ah, okay, the threat's gone. I don't know, but either way. These look like concrete for freaking unmarked graves. Still, okay, so we're getting that. I'm going to start setting up some limestone walls in a few areas, and I'm going to deliberately use the cliffs to my defense, because I'm assuming that these cliffs are good and no one can scale them. I'm assuming. So if I'm careful to build these around areas where I know there's no ramp up, we can go ahead and kind of wall this area off while over here, but we can ignore this area and use it to grow or place down stockpiles, I am assuming. But out over here, well, all of a sudden the walls are going to get a heck of a lot more expensive. It's going to be a very large and arduous project, but necessary, because I want better defenses than that. Actually, wait, does this work? I can mine the ramps down? Oh, well, if that's the case, that actually simplifies things a little bit. I can deconstruct these walls and let it just stop right here. Oh, well, if we can control exactly where the ramps are placed and get rid of ones we don't like, then that actually might make my life even easier. Let's see. It looks like another person wants to come and join us. Okay, what do we got here? This person is very smart, very good at a scrap, melee skills quite high, reasonably okay at construction, some other crafting skills, and some medical stuff. Not to mention, I think these perks are okay. I think that's like a genius down there on the bottom left for global work speed. I think on the bottom right that has something to do with mood, and I don't know what the middle one is, though it looks like maybe ruthlessness or something. A faithless monk. Yeah, I think we go ahead and welcome our 5th candidate into the group. Hello, who are we going to name you after? We're going to name you Paul Bishal. Yes, that's going to be our character there. What do we want you to actually do? Well, first off, you always need to be going for convalescence first. You're pretty good at medicine, so that's going to be a high priority for you if possible. I do think that maybe we could use you for hunting, maybe. You're pretty good for construction. You're okay even at things like growing. I mean, some level of botany skill is okay as well. No cooking for you, definitely not that. No smithing, carpentry's okay. Definitely no tailoring, and you're very good at research, so I could say that that's a top priority for you too. Much as I do want Solbasur to go ahead and continue researching with the passion, I mean, at the very least, that's pretty solid. I've got some higher priorities haul jobs for right now, because I'm trying to move some goods around, but yeah, we'll take care of that in a minute. So, wait, what are we doing with all this? Can we haul all this nonsense out of here? Can we do that? Or are you just going to worry about it? Fine, go ahead and, Paul, just build up the rest of the wall. That's completely fine. Yeah, I want to haul a lot of these goods out of here before they decay too much more, even though I know they're not the best. Even then, we can break them down for goods. So it's always worth hauling this stuff if we can. So what are these perks down here? Let's actually check that. So Wise, intellectual and XP gain, not global work speed. Okay. Brawler, unarmed damage, and outgoing, mood target and mood change speed. So basically, Paul's actually just like really good. Like, solid character kind of across the board. Yeah, some skills are lacking in areas I would have preferred, but I mean, okay, you know, we'll work with that. We'll also probably make sure you get yourself a good weapon. We want to make sure you can... Do we have any shields? I don't think we have any shields. For now, I'll go ahead and give you a melee one-handed weapon since I see some better swords, and I have to imagine their DPS is... No. Alright, fine, two-handed weapon. If we're not going to have a shield, maybe we don't care about the one-handed weapons. I'm looking at things like this flimsy staff, and I'm looking at 4.15 DPS, which seems pretty solid. I mean, granted, it's not good through armor, but beyond that, alright, not bad. Let's also go over to the tailoring shop and set up a dismantling task. Now, I'm going to make sure that anything that is either flimsy or sturdy, that is to say relatively low quality, with only half hit points, actually let's make it 40% hit points. Anything in this range, we can go ahead and start tearing apart in exchange for some clothing goods. I might prefer those instead. Same thing could be said over here, too. Any items that are of low hit points, so already close to breaking, and are of pretty low quality, let's go ahead and start breaking those down for materials as well. This might be a way for me to get at least some iron ingots, even if it's not a very efficient manner of getting them. Uh-oh, Drew's having some issues. Hungry, ugly apparel, desperately thirsty, sanctuary denied. We're starting to have issues where I guess some of the pagans want to be able to worship, and they're peeved that they can't. Alright, fine, fair enough. Alright, let's create a small little pagan shrine somewhere. We'll keep it a little further away from the existing Christian one, because I don't want these guys getting in each other's face. Surely nothing good can come of that. Place it kind of over here like this, I think. And it's not going to be huge, but it also doesn't need to be huge. We'll place down the little Minecraft villager right along there, okay? And if we want to have a couple of, let's see, Oak Brethren wall decorations, we can also build a couple of those, at least, like that. There we go. That'll do the job. I found a use for sticks, by the way. Apparently you can use them to make wicker floors, which I figured kind of for a pagan, scary-looking facility, this kind of works. I like the idea of the wicker floors. You can also do that for things like roofs and stuff, too. So there's actually a bunch of different resources we could be using, and I've just kind of been ignoring it up to this point. We have a bit more tech points to work with. What else would I like? We could go for blacksmithing, but I still don't have a good source of material. Could go for cooking for upgrades, defensive structures. Don't know. Maybe the reinforced door is not a bad idea, but alternatively, we could start making some bricks. Are bricks better in some way? I mean, I have been building just like generic limestone walls up to this point. I wonder if the bricks are just more hardy in general. Maybe stonemasonry could be a thing for us. I don't know. Maybe for now we continue just building out some additional walls going this way. Make sure we have all of our bases covered as we continue gathering up all this material. Should be fine. And yeah, I think Drew's going to be a lot happier. Mood should go up. Remember, you can never let the mood go down to 0, or else your people might just outright abandon you. And it looks like right now Drew and Natasha are the only ones who are upset. And that's because they're both pagans and have not had an opportunity to do any proper worship. Okay, well in the meantime, I think this might be a good place for us to end this video. So we have placed down quite a few more walls. We'll have this area more or less walled off. Obviously a couple entrances to figure out. This is where getting some reinforced doors would be nice, or maybe gates or something like that in the future. But this should at least make it a lot easier to determine where our enemies are going to be coming and attacking us. And then beyond that, what we'll do is place down a few of these Merlons over here. Let's see, we could make, yeah, limestone ones over here. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing stopping me from building it out. Well, not quite like that. Hang on, let me show you what I'm talking about. Rotate around like this and like this, right? And then place along like so. Yeah, you can build at least a few out like this. It's still not perfect in the sense that it looks like you can only go out like at least a couple before they start to fall apart. So maybe what we have to do is also place out like at least a few little pillars out over here like this, right? And then we can take these Merlons, we can go ahead and do this. Ah, yeah, that works. Okay, and this will provide the defensive structure that I'm looking for, so we can still walk around up in the walls. If we place up, let's say, some limestone stairs, and we'll do, I guess, something kind of like this. Sure, there we go. Place something like this here so it's a little bit easier. Yeah, now they can get up to these defensive structures, and they can continue shooting at enemies from a height advantage. All right, so yeah, you do something like this and have melee characters defend the gate, we actually might be okay. This is still a long ways to go, right? Only walls is not going to be enough. It's going to take a lot of material and a lot of time to build out all the crenellations I'm looking for, but at least we should be more or less safe from more raider attacks, at least for a while. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.